FM
102.2 Auckland.
The Radio Wammo Breakfast.
The Midnights are going to be performing at the Thirsty Dog in Auckland City this evening, and of course they're going to be performing tracks off their 2010 album Outside. No doubt perhaps some new material on the way as well, but to discuss more of this with me is Leo, the frontman of The Midnights. Good day, Leo.
Good morning, how are you?
Yeah, good. You well this morning?
Yeah, I'm pretty good, thank you.
Up and at 'em?
Yeah, I'm a little bit sleepy, so forgive me, but yeah, I feel good.
Well, you're probably going to have a late night tonight, so you need all the rest that you can get.
Absolutely.
Now, it has been 6 months or so, just over 6 months since the release of the album.
Yeah, that's right. I think we released November last year.
Good summer with the album, touring it around?
Yeah, it's been great. It's quite hard to sell CDs these days, but people have been listening to it, and it's getting out there, so it's done its job, yeah.
Doing the digital thing?
Yep, doing the digital thing, and which means basically like giving it away quite a lot.
Yeah.
And, yeah, getting it out there.
Much better to get people to your shows and paying the door price, yeah?
Absolutely, yeah.
Are you doing merch?
Yeah, we've got some T-shirts. I hand-printed some T-shirts myself, which
Cool.
are very flash. In fact, at the gig tonight, I'm going to give some of them away, because I like to give things away.
But you need to pay for those T-shirts, man.
Yeah, but it's like the music, you just want to get stuff out there.
Yeah.
And, I did. Like I said, handprint these myself. So
Yeah, you have to be, and especially with a band like the Midnights with a few members, you've got to be a business machine, really, don't you?
Yeah, I struggle with that, because you have to, if you want to, get somewhere, you have to be quite independent and do your music video. You have to do your, take care of this, take care of that, take care of your bio, all this stuff. But you get really distracted doing that. You just want to concentrate on the music.
Do you divvy some of that responsibility out to the band?
Yeah, I try. Every time we get together, I try, but it always falls back to me, so it's quite easy for them to go, nah, you do it. Sweet as.
Well, in that case, I mean, you just should get a higher cut of the door price.
I agree.
Yeah.
You should manage us. I like these ideas.
Yeah. You need to. And if anyone turns up late, you need to dock their pay as well.
I do that. Yep,
you do that anyway. Good.
Yep.
Yeah, they've got to be there for sound check, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they should.
Yeah. When we say they, how many in the band these days?
There's 5 of us in the band at the moment. Yeah. So it's not too much of a stress.
And are they all original members?
No, there's 3 of us that are like the hardcore originals from back in high school, from when we were like 13. But we've got a couple of clip-ons. We've got our bass player and our guitarist.
I'm sure they love being called clip-ons.
They're expendable. No, they're both talented guys.
And I guess we could loosely put the Midnights in the reggae category.
Yeah, you could. People like to call it barbecue reggae, which we like to have a laugh about that, because I don't know, we're just like a pretty random reggae group. We don't really seem to fit into that category, but
Good Times Band.
Yeah, no, not really.
Oh, Good Time. Well, there's nothing wrong with being Good Time.
I know there's nothing wrong with it, but there's so many bands like that out there. But I don't know, when you're reggae, so I don't see any reason to go, oh no, we're this, we're that. Just people who come along and see it, they sort of understand.
Do you see yourselves as the Rugby World Cup band?
If there's any Rugby World Cup shows out there that people want us to play with,
it's an opportunity, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I'm going to be overseas for it, but
Oh, you've chosen wisely.
Maybe I have.
I'd love to be.
It's just a coincidence. I live right next to Eden Park too, so I'm getting the hell out of there.
Yeah.
But it's got some good corporate shows for New Zealand musicians.
I'm sure there are plenty of those on. But yeah, man, if you are living near Eden Park, you're either going to cash in or you're going to get the hell out of Dodge. Right?
Yeah, pretty
it's
much.
One or the other. You're not going to just.
No, they're shutting down as well. Like all the little dairies and stuff are getting like council guys in like long trench coats coming in and going, you have to do this, this, and this, or else you're not allowed to be here.
It is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I'm going to hear about, I think next week, about the beautification of Auckland City and what that means and what they're actually doing, or are they just putting band-aids over?
Yeah, they're tearing up
cracks.
the roads. It seems like around my place, they're just putting new tarmac on the roads, and that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Inspiration
perhaps for new songs, maybe.
Could be. I doubt it.
On the mean streets of Mount Eden.
Down straight.
Are you guys thinking about getting back into record? I mean, it's not that long, so I suppose, since the last release.
Yeah, we've done a couple of songs. We're going for this crazy new style of funding they're doing, so we'll see how that works out. Because we want to do a music video,
making tracks.
Yeah, but we did some sweet recordings at Roundhead Studios, which is like the nicest place we've ever recorded in. So we've got 2 tracks, and I don't know, because albums are a little bit irrelevant these days. Like it sort of seems like we just want to keep releasing singles. So we're going to try a bit of that. What do
because you release this on Loop? What do Loop want you to do?
Oh, I've got a representative from Luke right here to answer all your questions. Hello, Trina.
Are you feeling any pressure?
I think Luke are on the, they're pretty realistic about what the market is like at the moment too. So it's really about singles and just exposure and stuff, and having good live shows, which is the fun of it anyway.
Then what do you make of? I guess you can really only say one thing, really, and it's kind of crazy with the whole funding things. But what do you think of the new Making Tracks scheme?
Well, I was just talking about it this morning, and I think really I want to see this first round, because it's the first time, as far as I know, that they've tried this new way. I just want to see who they actually decide to fund this time, and whether it is actually a different sort of set of artists that they come up with, and what it looks like. Because I don't really understand the criteria. They're talking about your Facebook friends and your YouTube hits and stuff. So
so they've got, what is it, 10 or 20 criteria? There's like 10, and you've got to tick as many boxes as you can, and you go over a threshold.
Yeah, so they're obviously trying to appeal to a sort of younger, newer market. They must have been criticised in certain ways, but I guess the proof is in the pudding. But
again, it does, I guess, take into account what bands are doing in the digital space.
Exactly.
Previously it didn't. It was all mainly about radio play.
Yeah, I think so. Although I guess what it comes down to is who are the people who are making the final decision, and that's going to factor in, I think, because it's sort of, I don't know, like it seemed like it was a slightly, not that it's an age thing, but an older generation was deciding on the people who got funded before, so you get a certain sort of idea of what's an interesting rock song, or what's going to be the, big new thing. It might not necessarily be true, because usually it's the young people who, stumble onto new things that become a craze, or
I think you also need to match the funding. Is that right, with your own investment?
Oh dear, I haven't heard about that.
Well?
I haven't looked into it much, but is that true? I don't know. Is that true?
Go along
$2
to
grand.
Okay. kiwihits.co.nz, have all the details up there. But
I should really read that. Yeah.
Thirsty Dog this evening.
Yeah.
Go along. What's the entry?
The entry is koha entry, so you can pay whatever you want, and we're going to give you some free stuff, and it's going to be awesome. We've got a couple of DJs who are just like friends of ours who do some pretty crazy stuff.
Yep.
Kevin Burglary and DJ Moppy, so it's going to be wicked.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Kicks off
9:30, and we'll be on about 10:30.
Cool. I'll play something from the album that we've heard back way a few times. It's here something different. What would you recommend?
I like Outside is good, or Too Slow, both good songs.
Okay, we'll go with Outside.
Cool.
From the album of the same name. That's Leo from
the Midnights, and thank you for having me.
Cheers, mate.